It's certainly been an interesting year for local businesses. Some were ruined by the pandemic while others thrived and grew. Today we have a local expert, Super Tax coach Ron Valentine, joining us from Valentine CPA. So Ron, I understand that 9 out of 10 small businesses fail within their first year. Only one survives. Why is that?
Well, I think that there's a lot of reasons. Marketing could be one reason. There are many factors that go into that.
We hear small businesses. I know there's a variety of types out there. We hear corporations, limited liability corporations, sole proprietorships. Can you kind of break down what the differences are between those?
Yeah. So the most popular are sole proprietorships, limited liability companies, corporations, partnerships. Kind of my rule of thumb is if you're operating as a sole proprietorship, you're looking at something where you don't really need liability protection. Perhaps your income is under about $30,000 a year. Partnership, again, is if there's 2 or more owners. The same, there's not a liability protection with that. You've got S corporations. I recommend that small businesses operate as an S corporation if they need the liability protection and their income is above the $30,000. And then you have limited liability companies, which also offer the liability protection, and they're taxed a variety of different ways.
How difficult is it to set up one of these S corporations, and what are the advantages of doing so?
So the S corporation, the tax code's written so that different kinds of income are taxed differently. So you hear a lot of small businesses wanting to be taxed like an S corp. It's because they want to characterize some of their income as passive income. For example, if you bought stock in, say, Microsoft, you're not really operating Microsoft, you're just receiving passive income. So when you're running your own small business, that's considered earned income, and it's subject to an additional tax. Not only is your income subject to income tax, but it's also subject to Social Security and Medicare tax. And so you see a lot of small businesses trying to characterize some of their income that is not subject to the Social Security and Medicare tax.
Well, you certainly don't want to get your small business in trouble with the IRS. That's where you come in. You can help navigate these complicated waters. How do people get more information about your services as the Super Tax Coach?
They can go to our website, which is supertaxcoach.com or the-tax-coach.com, either site. We can answer any questions. We do not charge to answer questions. We'd love to help people get started in the right direction. There are so many complications with starting a small business. You need to comply with IRS rules, Utah State Tax Commission rules. You've got the Department of Workforce Services, and you have local municipalities. So it can be very confusing. So we would welcome anyone who wants some help getting started.
Yeah, don't go it alone. Go to the guy who knows all the answers and knows exactly what to do. Ron Valentine from Valentine CPA, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back after